VIP Hair Color Shampoo.
Hair natural color, பக்கா.
தேசிய இயக்கத்தின் மகத்தான மாண்புமிகு கேரள முதலமைச்சர் திரு பினராயி விஜயன் அவர்களை வாழ்த்துரை வழங்க அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம். Father of modern Kerala is here to deliver his special address.
Dear sisters and brothers, it gives me immense pleasure to be with you all here today at the book release of Thiru Stalin Avargal's autobiography, Ungalil Oruvan. As a Malayali, I am extremely happy to be here because Kerala and Tamilnadu have had warm ties that span millennia. Malayalis and Tamilians are children of the same soil. We are brothers and sisters. Thiru Stalin Avargal has always been keen to ensure that our fraternal bonds are further strengthened. In all matters regarding both states, he has tried to ensure that the interests of both Kerala and Tamil Nadu are secured. On behalf of Keralites, our government has also tried to ensure the same. I hope that our people's relationship as siblings can be enriched further so that the people of our country benefit. To me, this book release ceremony is a means to ensure that, along with paying respects to the man of letters that Thiru Stalin Avargal is. Ever since its inception, the Dravidian movement has played a key role in questioning dominant narratives and championing the cause of the marginalized and regions. It has also stood against superstitions and malpractices as a torchbearer of logic, reason, and scientific temper, protecting and strengthening the multicultural and plural outlook of the Indian society, and enriching mother tongues have also been primary concerns of the Dravidian movement. In some senses, this glorious legacy of Dravidian politics mirrors the Renaissance movements that had emerged in various parts of our country. As far as the DMK is concerned, it has been committed to take this heritage forward. Much like it had in Kalaignar Karunanidhi, in Thiru Stalin Avargal, the DMK has an able and seasoned leader who has risen from within the ranks of the party and can take it forward, battling the present challenges that our polity and society face. He spent several years as a youth leader before becoming a state-level leader and ultimately taking over the reins of the party. Even as an elected representative, he started right from the grassroots in the Chennai Corporation. Later on, it was after stints as the Minister for Municipal Administration and Rural Development, Deputy Chief Minister, and the Leader of Opposition that he assumed the Chief Ministership of Tamil Nadu. His vast experience in standing with the people at different levels is certainly being reflected in his leadership today, which reminds us of his illustrious father's inimitable style. Thiru Stalin Avargal is one among the first in the country who stands up in defense of federalism whenever it comes under attack. When the rights and powers of states are sought to be trampled upon, he stands unflinchingly to secure them. When India's different cultures, languages, and faiths are belittled and sidelined, he is unequivocal in championing them. Such is his deep sense of commitment to our pluralism, federalism, secularism, and constitution. We are in times when we should stand united for them and in defense of our democracy. Only then can we ensure that the communal and authoritarian powers that hold sway in our country today give way to the progressive, secular, and democratic powers that ought to hold sway if India is to remain free and fair for all its citizens. I am sure that he will continue to fight for the same in the times to come too. Both Thiru Stalin Avargal and I had been imprisoned under draconian laws and tortured during the emergency. As people who have been deprived of our basic freedoms for standing up against injustices, fighting for the freedom of those who have been oppressed by the system comes naturally to us. This has been reflected in his interventions for the backward communities and students. He has been in the thick of coordinating the fight against those who are misusing the system to divide us and oppress us. And in that joint fight, he has displayed statesmanship by bringing more allies into its fold and accommodating them based on ground realities. In the first part of Thiru Stalin Avargal's autobiography, Ungalil Oruvan, that is being released today. It is a detailed account of the first 23 years of his life, right from his birth to his incarceration during the national emergency. The household he was born and brought up in, his schooling and college days, his interactions with Periyar and Anna, his early political activism as a student, his initial stints with the theatre and cinema, his use of theatre forms of political campaigns, the formation of the DMK's youth wing, his local level work for the DMK, and his election to local level leadership of the party, and his wedding have been detailed over 27 chapters. Ungalil Oruvan is not simply an account of the personal life of Thiru Stalin Avargal. It is a first-hand account of the social and political history of the state of Tamilnadu. It gives us a glimpse of the literacy and cultural activism that is intertwined with Dravidian politics. It gives us an insider's take on how Dravidian politics made inroads into the youth and students of Tamil Nadu. It offers insights on the idea of self-respect, a cornerstone of the Dravidian movement. It delves into the struggles organized to protect one's mother tongue and freedom as well, with the churnings in India's polity and society during the 1960s and 70s. Let me conclude by reciting the Sikh poet Tiruvallur. Let me remember Tiruvallur, a man with a living heart belongs to another person. I am quoting Tiruvallur. A man with a living heart belongs to another person. Love allows him to extend life beyond its limits. If you go through this autobiography, I am sure you will find a great man who has immense concern for his fellow beings. His love, concern, and affection towards the people truly get reflected in this book. Without an iota of doubt, I can say that Thiru Stalin Avargal belongs not just to him alone, but to the society as a whole. It is against this backdrop that the title of the book, Ungalil Oruvan, becomes meaningful in every sense. As someone who has always tried to read as many books as possible, I can undoubtedly say that I am eagerly waiting for the subsequent parts of Ungalil Oruvan. Part 1 certainly provides a sneak peek into what is to follow. By reading this book, one will be touching the man, Thiru Stalin Avargal. I hope that this autobiography, which makes a good read, will be well received by the public. I express my gratitude for inviting me also to be a part of this book release ceremony and convey my best wishes to the author, Brother Stalin. I gather that it is his birthday tomorrow. Let me also extend advance birthday greetings to him. Thank you.
VIP Hair Color Shampoo.
Hair ka natural color, pakka.